Since 1986, Canada's largest city has played host to Verizon IndyCar Series racing, and for the 31st time, the streets around Exhibition Place roared to life for the Honda Indy Toronto. I'm Nick Yeoman from the Advanced Auto Parts IndyCar Radio Network with your race day highlights. Young Canadian driver Parker Thompson was the big winner in the USF 2000 Series as he'd sweep the weekend, scoring a pair of wins in Toronto. In the Indy Light Series presented by Cooper Tires, points leader Kyle Kaiser would dominate race 1 to extend his points lead on Saturday. On Sunday, Colton Herta looked poised for a victory until a broken rear suspension would dash his hopes to win. Kaiser was there to pick up the pieces as the California driver would score another win in race 2. After securing his first Verizon P1 award at the 2017 season, defending IndyCar champ Simon Pagenaud would lead the field to the green flag for the 85-lap Honda Indy Toronto. He wouldn't hold that lead for long, however, as Iowa winner Helio Castroneves would make the move from third past Pagenaud and Graham Rahal to take the lead. On that same opening lap in turn 3, Scott Dixon and Will Power would collide, setting up for the left-hander. Dixon's Honda would experience a flat tire. The damage to Power's Verizon Chevrolet was much worse, as his car would be pushed to the paddock, falling out of contention. Castroneves would lead the first 24 laps until his fellow Brazilian Tony Kanaan would bring out a full course caution when his NTT Data Honda would get into the tire barriers after a pit stop. Joseph Newgarden would pit from fourth right as TK crashed, and his timing could not have been more perfect as he'd find a way to P1 after Helio and company would pit under caution. Newgarden would lead the field back to the green flag, but it was another American who would start the charge. Alexander Rossi would set up Ed Jones down Lakeshore Boulevard to grab the second spot and put himself in position to challenge Newgarden if a caution were to come out. Further back in the field, Ryan Hunter-Reay and Simon Pagenaud would put on a hotly contested race for fifth. After dueling for nearly 15 laps, Simon would finally get the better of Hunter-Reay to earn a spot in the top 5. Late in the race, Ed Jones would experience mechanical issues in turn 3, but was able to get his Honda into the runoff area and not bring out the caution frontrunners like Rossi, James Hinchcliffe, and Marco Andretti badly needed. Joseph Newgarden would take care of his DeVilbiss Chevrolet for Team Penske and cruise to his second win of the 2017 season and the fifth of the Hendersonville, Tennessee driver's career. Alexander Rossi would pick up a second-place finish, and for the second straight year, Toronto's own James Hinchcliffe would score a podium, finishing third. The Verizon IndyCar Series is back in action on July 30th at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for the Honda Indy 200. The race is live on CNBC at 3 p.m. Eastern, with the broadcast re-air at 7 p.m. on the NBC Sports Network.